What's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So many of you in the comment section have asked me to run a Bardock only team, and if you saw yesterday's Q&A, I love Bardock, so I will gladly go ahead and do that. The only downfall is some of the Bardock units are a little outdated. The Super Saiyan Bardock obviously still staying in relevance just because of his passive, but the other two Bardock units are kind of old. So it'll be a little bit of a challenge, especially at this point in PvP, as everyone puts on their try hard pants and does everything they can to win. You'll face all manner of teams. So here's the team we're going to be rocking: the Super Saiyan Bardock, the Yellow Bardock, the Extreme Yellow Bardock, and the Green Bardock. The Green Bardock's actually one of my favorite units in the game. I remember when I first pulled him, I was so happy to get this dude. He was just so cool. His attacks, main ability, everything about him was awesome. On the bench, we're going to have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Majin Vegeta, and GT Vegeta, just because they buff Saiyan units. The one beauty about this team is because they all fall under one tag, it's not too difficult to buff them up, try to make them decently good. The Extreme Yellow Bardock, he can use the really powerful Extreme equipment, so it's not too bad, but let's just say it was quite a struggle. My goodness, the number of laggy matches today, oof. Oh boy, it was... To all the people that I faced, that I put in this video, thank you for having making it a non-laggy match. Like, huge kudos to all you guys. I really appreciate it. But enough about that. Let's jump into PvP. Alrighty, here's the first match of the video, facing against a Sun family team. Pretty nice to see this team, just because it's a nice little change from facing all the fusions that I did. Despite these units being a little outdated, they have a pretty good type coverage amongst one another. You got yellow, green, and blue, which is pretty good. You can cover 2/3 of everyone here. When I start out the matches, depending on what I'm facing, I will, switch up who I start out with here. So in this case, I started out with the Super Saiyan Bardock because I know what his starting lineup is going to be, and because he had no green units, I could comfortably bring him out. I didn't have to worry too much about him being countered. So most people like to start out with the yellow Super Saiyan Goku anyways, because the objective is for him to die, really, right? He provides an absurd amount of buffs for the Sun family team when he gets killed and whatnot, so people don't mind getting rid of him. This right here is part of the reason why this guy was so strong when he was first out, just because of his lock-in ability. The amount of times he faced people that would, lock in a type disadvantage unit, swap out to somebody else, and then Rising Rush that counter to this Green Bardock was absurd. In my case here, I did not expect him to have a Rising Rush so quick. I didn't think he was going to counter him. Now for me, I went straight for it, because this Gohan is a super powerful last stand unit, and my objective was just to get rid of him. If I got rid of him, everyone could safely be around for a while, so I thought it would be a good idea to get rid of him right here. The only thing is the damage output isn't exactly there. It's not quite there. I was so worried that it wasn't going to finish him off. Oh. Big sigh of relief when they got rid of him. I think it was so close, so close there. This match was so much fun. I really enjoyed this match. Matches where there's no lag and you face a highly skilled player are so much fun. It was a great match. I really enjoyed this one. Huge shout out to you for making it fun. Huge shout out for making it non-laggy also. It was great. So he brings in his yellow Goku here. Now my top priority is to make sure this yellow Bardock stays up, because that Goten is still an absolute powerhouse. The dude's a monster. Just because Gohan's out of the way doesn't mean that I can, take it easy. Still got to worry about him. So I'm keeping in this green Bardock here just so I can, get that key with that green card. I win the timed event, which is awesome, and we can continue doing more and more damage, which is great. Like 2 Dragon Balls in, I need 5 more Dragon Balls, so I'm really hoping that I get them in time to take out this Goten, because with the yellow Bardock, he's still a little, his damage output, even though he has type advantage, is not there. And, the one thing that I have really is the amount of stars I have in him, because he's at 7 stars. I use some of the Z-Metal, in the Z-Metal shop, I bought some of them just so I can get this guy to 7 stars. But, yeah, he's very old. So here I swap out to the green Bardock just to get rid of him, sacrifice priority here, which is okay. And now all we have left is the Goten, but at this point Goten is a monster, so I have to be very careful. Like, I don't even know if the dude has another Rising Rush, right? I'm super worried. Now look at this, we have type advantage, and we're still doing like pennies for damage. So I knew it was going to be a very difficult match. This is like, when you face things like this is like a Dark Souls boss, honestly. You just gotta, you cannot afford to make a single mistake, because if they do, oof, goodbye. You're gonna lose them right away. So thankfully for me, he didn't go out and use, sorry, not go out, but you know, use a Rising Rush or whatever, and I got mine before he got his, so it really helped with making sure I could take this guy out. I was hoping the Super Saiyan Bardock was gonna come in with some crits, but the passives didn't come through here, so I had to go in straight with the Rising Rush. I was trying to make his HP as close to 0 as possible, so in the odd chance that for whatever reason, if the Rising Rush doesn't go, it would be one tap attack away to finish him off. But thankfully the Rising Rush comes through and we take care of the Goten. Very good match. I really enjoyed this one. Thank you for the fight. Look at that cool pose. Here's the second match of the video, facing against a regen team. Now, I haven't seen anyone run Kami Piccolo or Red Cell in so long. I was thinking, there's no chance we're going to see that Red Cell make it, right? Surprisingly enough, he brings the Red Cell. I was quite surprised. I had no idea that, I didn't think he was going to bring him out, but I guess he still provides some decent buffs here. I don't know. Swap out to the OG Bardock here. Now I have to be careful because it's not a good idea to give up, you know, have all your units on standby so early. It's really not good. You need to be able to swap out and stuff. Get my I love this Bardock's green card. Gaining 50 ki at the time when he came out, that was so strong, so strong. Now I'm very close to a Rising Rush, and I'm thinking to myself, this is very good, very good. So I'm saving that his main ability for anyone, so that the cell cannot come in and save him. Get rid of his you know, instant transmission to save somebody here. Get him right there, catch him off guard, get our Rising Rush. I can't use it just yet, so I swap into the green Bardock again, and I lock this Buhan in. And the odd chance that I can kill him, but this is like a second green card. I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, how many green cards do you have? So he gets priority back, and he's doing really good damage. I mean, these guys are not exactly the most defensive units either, because they just haven't aged that well. And then he gets a Rising Rush. I was so upset because like every match that I've played today have always gone this way. My opponent gets a Rising Rush like that right away, just immediately, always a Rising Rush. Yeah, it's been pretty rough, pretty frustrating couple of matches today. Definitely a big test of my patience, because oof, so many laggy matches. Man, this period in time in Legends brings out the worst of not really the community, but of everyone. Now, I wasn't sure if someone fails a green card. I don't know if you're able to cast your ultimate and whatnot. I mean use your Rising Rush, but I think I did a perfect vanish, hence why I could do it. He's still stuck in his animation, so got to take out the cell, multiple pile drivers to the gut. There he goes. So at this point, things are looking pretty good. I mean, I got Bardock in here. I'm not swapping him out because, I mean, I have type advantage here. I can't afford to lose this guy, especially with that Buhan there. He's very strong. I have to be very careful. Who knows how many green cards this guy has. This dude's like a magician. He just kept spawning a bunch of green cards. I love getting those off. Now, I'm really hoping that this yellow Bardock can come through here and deal enough damage to finish him off, because, I don't know. Couldn't have complete faith in him, but thankfully he comes through for us. Full combo, 430k. Guess that's okay. His main ability that allows him to heal and gain ki is actually not that bad. And because this red cell hasn't aged very well, we can tank that despite being yellow. But our opponent forfeits. He felt like it was over. Another cool pose. And then the third and final match of the video is against the Frieza Force team. What an appropriate team to end this, because Bardock's last moments was against Frieza, so this time we're going to change history. This time we're going to actually come out with a W for sure. I started out the yellow Bardock because, you know, type advantage. Between all the units that he could possibly bring, nobody was going to have type advantage over the yellow Bardock here. He knew without a doubt I was going to bring that Super Saiyan Bardock because he is the strongest unit that I have, so he didn't want to risk bringing the red cooler, so he didn't want to bring him. Fade out his sidestep, and then I know that his golden Frieza here, I was so worried that he's going to wait for me to go on a sidestep and get me, but Just do a couple dances there, and then we go back to neutral here. Dealing some okay damage. Now, I go out to the yellow Bardock because if I went out to the green one, he was going to go out to chilled. And then if he came out with chilled, I was going to lose somebody. So I had to, you got to put up the type wheel here. Now, I get rid of him just because, you know, you would think that his, you know, his passive ability that activates everyone taking very little damage to Super Saiyan units would be a problem, but all I have is Super Saiyan Bardock. No one here, everyone here is essentially base form, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I mean, I wouldn't be using him anyways for the next little bit. My top priority would be to use the green Bardock and the yellow one. Bait out a sidestep again. It's always nice being able to bait out people's sidestep like that. Doing some decent damage. I don't go all the way so I can have my blue card, just so I can do that. I like doing that. Now I couldn't swap out, unfortunately, because I guess it's all about the inputs and whatnot. Now this is very bad. Remember, he has a rising rush still, I believe, and oof. No matter what happens, this ultimate ability is going to do an absurd amount of damage. Frieza, I believe, is at less than 50% health. So it's going to do some crazy damage. As you can see, everyone immediately got sent down to like yellow, like low amounts of health. So the main ability out of yellow Bardock was very nice. Now I couldn't vanish in time, which kind of sucks. It's, you know, my hand is hurting pretty bad, so I couldn't key cancel properly, and I bring out this green Bardock so he can tank this attack. At first I was worried that he wasn't going to be able to tank it, but looks like his defense has come through. And then I keep him in here because it's all or nothing right here. I have to take him out. I can't afford to let him have another vanish, but thankfully I get to bait out his vanish there, and I'm not even going for sidesteps. I don't know how many timer counts have passed. I'm just going straight for the kill. Gotta get rid of him right here. And we do, which is great. So we have 3 units, he has 1 golden Frieza. Now we just gotta be careful here, because we can't afford to lose anyone. And as I say that, I lose someone. Not good. One guy is they're both pretty much almost dead, so I just thought it was kind of cool, because, you know, like in the anime, it's like, oh, you know, if they were actually fighting, it'd be down to the wire like this, it'd be pretty cool. Pick that up from Riku, just being able to shoulder tackle people away like that. Now, I do that single tap, oh, learning that one little trick was the difference between winning and losing this fight. Just being able to bait people's vanish with one single tap attack really can make the difference. And we get the win. So that's the third and final match of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck with your grind for the top 10k, because I get the feeling it's going to be a tricky one. But until next time, peace.